If you'd like to help these talented UNT students, you can donate money by visiting Indiegogo.com and searching Stunts in Combat for Film. For ntTV News, I'm Daryl Willis. All right, that's all I have for you this week. Tune in next time for Tip 6 on how to rebound. I'm Daryl Willis for Benbrook Basketball Association's Basketball Tips. For more tips, log on to benbrookbasketballassociation.com. Though bumper stickers, yard signs, and buttons may prove to be an effective tool for local campaigns, when it comes to running for president, it may take more than putting a sticker on your car or a sign in your yard to reach the voters. Reporting for ntTV News, I'm Daryl Willis. Denton Community Market, a great place to bring the family, hear some live local music, purchase some arts and crafts, and even some local produce. Reporting for ntTV News, I'm Daryl Willis. Thanks, Barry. I'm standing here in front of a local gas station where, as you know, gas prices are on the rise. Many experts are predicting gas prices to reach around $4 a gallon this summer, not only in Texas, but across the nation. And as you know, we haven't seen gas prices this high since the summer of 2008. $4 a gallon seems to be about as high as many drivers are willing to pay before they turn to alternative means of transportation, such as DART tram, buses, or simply carpooling. So, if you're an experienced driver, student commuter, either way, your wallet will be feeling the pinch this summer. We'll have continuing coverage over gas prices this summer. Stick with us for more updates. I'm Daryl Willis reporting for ntTV News. Back to you at the desk.
Exterior of one of the most hectic places in the city of Fort Worth. It's a public safety communications center. The people that work here are responsible for the safety of all of Fort Worth's 750,000 residents, and when dealing with people's lives, every second counts. And for many employees, dealing with emergencies becomes second nature. But sometimes holidays such as New Year's Eve and St. Patty's Day can be a completely different animal.
I never expected it to be as busy as it was. Mainly, it started around 11:30 and it just spun out of control till around 1:30 or 2 in the morning.
And as I found out from a veteran dispatcher, only about 5% of calls are priority 1 calls, but you always have to be prepared.
Things can turn deadly very quickly, whereas you expect sometimes the other calls to be dangerous, and they are. It's the calls you don't expect to be dangerous that you have to watch out for.
But not every call is an emergency. Some are just a simple miscommunication between the city and its residents.
We had actually had a fireworks show today on the west side, and the neighbors didn't know about it, and we probably got about 100 calls on it in about 5 minutes.
When dealing with emergency personnel, it's easy to see that the city of Fort Worth has some of the best public safety communicators. All you have to do is pick up the phone, dial 911, and they'll be ready and waiting to answer your call. Reporting for ntTV News, I'm Daryl Willis.
Do you have an appetite for some fresh veggies? Do you enjoy hearing live music? Or do you enjoy some sun on a beautiful Saturday morning? Then the Denton Community Market is a place for you. Denton Community Market serves as the perfect destination for many local growers, artists, and other entrepreneurs to have an economic outlet for their works. One entrepreneur sees the arrangement of selling locally farmed produce and meats to the community of Denton as a great idea.
Absolutely, I think it's fantastic. I mean, it's really good for the community. It's healthier for people, and I think it's great for healthy for the environment too. So it's kind of a win-win for Denton.
And it seems like many of the residents feel the same way.
I think it's great. It's great. At least we have this option. I come from Mexico, where open markets are very common. And I do prefer buying my produce here than at the supermarket because they just don't taste the same.
The market also serves as a place to become a little more educated in such things as having a vegan dietary option.
Curious about the vegan diet, not necessarily, like they want to go full vegan, but just because you're not a vegan doesn't mean you can't enjoy a good vegan meal.
But the Denton Community Market isn't just a great place to get some good food, it's also a great place to spend time with your family.
Usually it's my family that comes out, which is nice too. On a weekend we all get to go out together. I always come up with my little sister. We usually bike up here from Bolivar, so.
If you would like to check out the Denton Community Market yourself, you can find information on their website at dentonmarket.org or like them on Facebook.
Denton Community Market, a great place to bring the family, hear some live local music, purchase some arts and crafts, and even some local produce. Reporting for ntTV News, I'm Daryl Willis.
The Denton nightlife is a very interesting one, and if you check inside of Banter, you'll find comedy. Maybe not what you would expect at an open mic, but there is a small comedy movement happening in the streets of Denton.
We figured we might start a scene in Denton, or at least something like that. We'll do it here and only here. We didn't know we could do it elsewhere, and from there it just grew.
This movement is the Denton Comedy Collective. These Dentonites go out several times a week to perform for their growing fan base, though not all the audience members come out expecting to hear stand-up.
And I'm sure Matthew had said so that we have to sort of like sneak up on him and be like, comedy, here we are.
And the surprise is happening all over, including Cool Beans, Rip Rocks, and of course, Banter. And these Denton Comedy Collective members are passionate about performing stand-up.
I've wanted to do comedy for like a really long time. Like when little kids were like, I dream of being a football player, whatever. I was like, I want to do jokes.
So get out and support the growing comedy scene in Denton. For more information about upcoming shows with the Denton Comedy Collective, be sure to like their Facebook page.
So if you're looking for some laughs, or you just need something to do on a Thursday night, come out and support the Denton Comedy Collective and other local artists here at Banter. Reporting for ntTV News, I'm Daryl Willis. The latest and vastly advanced naval warship is finally being unveiled, Texas style. The USS Fort Worth is a literal combat ship, a 21st century vessel designed intended to allow shallow water assaults on or close to the shore. The public can view and board the vessel between 1 and 3:30 p.m. daily through Thursday at Pier 21, 21st Street and Harborside Drive on Galveston's northern waterfront. The combat ship is scheduled for commissioning ceremonies this Saturday and will be home ported in San Diego, California. Mexican officials confirmed today that its military killed the boss of the infamous Zetas cartel, Roberto Lezcano. Lezcano reportedly died in a shootout in a small town about 130 miles from the Texas border. The Zetas cartel are responsible for smuggling tons of cocaine and other drugs in the United States, generating millions of dollars. Officials are braced for a spike in violence as rival cartels fight for control of the drug trade. It's a storm everyone will remember and everyone wishes they could forget. Superstorm Sandy has claimed nearly 100 lives, almost 40 in the United States alone. The devastation is enormous and cleanup and recovery is still not an option as of yet. ntTV's Ethan Hutchins has more.